that's a felony in progress
Yeah.
in front of me, in my presence. I don't need anyone to explain to me that this is a felony. I could see where policing would look a lot more boring if you had to sit there and wait through, okay, what's your first name? Okay, spell your first name for me.
How old are you?
Hey,
You're
man.
like 80 years old?
Yeah.
Tomfoolery.
It's tomfoolery, you know?
What's up, guys? Josh and Bill back here with you from Only Cops. We're going to do another Officers React with some more clips from the rookie. So come ride two-man with us, and let's check them out. Are they weapon mounted lights?
Hey, my guy. Hey, look at this. Muzzle discipline.
Pretty good. Finger discipline, pretty good.
I do like that the corporal's trying to coach him.
Whoa.
Okay,
Loud.
okay, this is... Pause it. So, before you're ever going through the threshold of a door on a structure that does not belong to you, I don't care what structure it is, if you're going into a structure, and there's a lot of reasons why we do this, you have to announce that you're...
Especially
law
when
enforcement.
there's open door, alarm, and some loud-ass music
Yeah,
playing.
you need to be saying whatever
You need
police,
to, at
something
least
or another.
something. At least so, like, you've covered yourself, because who knows what's on the other side of that door.
Well, and at one point, it's a responsibility. I think as a professional, you have to be. It sucks because you lose all the element of surprise, but you need to be announcing that you're law enforcement because that's technically a warrantless entering of a. You're using exigency to enter a structure, which means you don't have a warrant, which means no one else has done this except for you and what you believe that, based on your officer's discretion. I believe I have exigency to enter this structure. You need to be announcing that you're law enforcement because the only difference in between you and like a robber is that you're a cop and you're trying to make sure that there's no crime happening here. So they need to be announcing here.
And you also don't want to get shot.
Yes.
So,
Again, we were cops in Texas. There wasn't a single structure. I announced it every hallway.
Yeah.
Every opening, every anything, I was announcing. They needed
even
to be
if we
doing
knew the building was empty.
but I do like they got out of the fatal funnel pretty quickly. Once they got an approach, I wouldn't have approached straight down that sidewalk because they can see even from where this camera is seeing. This is why we talk about the fatal funnel. You can actually look all the way out to the curb. Probably
look
where
how
the car's
terrible
at.
that balcony, that second story is.
Yeah,
too.
so
somebody could be in those windows.
Yeah,
you'll
you'll typically approach not walking straight up to the door. Try to enter the door and get out of that doorway as quickly as possible. Just because that's where the gun's going to be pointed. If there's somebody sitting in wait to ambush you, which has happened a lot of times actually.
We searched a house almost this big.
Yeah.
Remember that lady that called? She was getting ready to move, and the front door was open.
Yeah, that's right. It was
a
creepy too.
house.
She had sound paneling in the house,
so we couldn't hear each other on
so I
the
literally
other end of the house.
would yell and couldn't hear anybody, so I'd have to get them on the radio to hear it. It was very creepy. But anyways,
It was creepy.
you got to announce everywhere you're going. I do like that they're coming in. Again, you're coming into an unknown threat. This is a lethal force situation.
And the alarm's going off.
Yeah.
So, like, the alarm
Yeah.
going off leads you to believe that something's going on.
I'm good with the exigency. I'm good with them entering the structure. Just got to announce. Go ahead, sector checking.
Look at
Okay.
that body
Yeah,
cam.
my man.
Hate to say,
look
I
at
hate to
this
say
guy.
it,
Yeah.
but you don't see that much when your gun is up on your body camera. It's very blocked.
Look at these guys.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
What the hell happened to you?
Oh,
He's
toy
lucky
guns
he's
in this
not
thing.
getting
Huh?
smoked.
Fat guy in a kimono?
Yeah, Tommy Lamont, I'm his assistant. He was on day 3 of a coke binge when the earthquake hit, and now he thinks it's the end of the world.
I'm still lost on the welts.
He had us hunting each other throughout the house with BB guns to stay sharp.
Oh, BB guns.
You're kidding.
I wish. But then, when it hit, he got into the gun cabinet, and I was terrified he would forget which was which.
Can you turn off that alarm?
Yes.
Go do that, then wait outside.
No, nope.
Probably not.
Okay, so let me run this by you here, and this is why law enforcement gets weird. Let's just say this was part of a group of kids that broke into this house and were playing just for funsies airsoft tag,
Yeah, shooting each other with...
right? So now you have,
BB guns.
at the very minimum, trespassing. At the very minimum, trespassing. Let's say if they took something from us, now you have burglary. It's a felony in progress. You just took your prime suspect, who had a fake gun, in a house, and was hiding somewhere, and let him leave without detaining him, getting him identified, any of that. I'm with them on, hey, we have the rest of this house we got to go clear, so let's take care of that. But you're not going to let this is still an unknown party. You still don't know if what they're telling you is truthful. You still don't know what they're
It was a good
interested in
story.
this. Yeah, it's a great story. Yeah, but you're detaining that guy, probably asking for a third or a fourth.
Dude,
or a
if you didn't
fifth
ask
unit.
for a third when you pulled up to a house this size, you're an
Yeah.
idiot.
So you're detaining that guy, putting him in the back of a patrol car, having someone sit on him, and then using the rest of your officers to probably clear the structure.
Yeah.
Also, especially once you're actually verifying that there's some tomfoolery going on here,
Tomfoolery.
probably also having other officers make sure that nobody's running out of this
How
building.
old are you?
Hey,
You're
man.
like
I'm
80
just
years
saying,
old?
Yeah.
Tomfoolery.
It's tomfoolery, you know? That's part of my Rolodex of things I could say on duty, as opposed to expletives. So, but again, at least there is still a concern. There's unknown threats. This is a huge building. It looks like a big building, so I need to be clearing the rest of it because there still could be someone kind of lying in wait. So we'll see how they handle the rest of this building search. For what's now not even an offense, they're just playing airsoft in their house, high on cocaine. No announcing.
It's an offense if he pulled a real gun on that guy.
Yeah. Still,
He was
no
in fear for
announcing.
his life. Well, now they just want the surprise.
Okay, now he's yelling. They need to be yelling back.
The guy's name.
You need to yell back at this guy. We're the police.
Yeah. Not your assistant.
Yeah.
Playing airsoft tag.
We're
Mr.
the
Lamont,
police.
LAPD! Mr. Lamont!
Oh, this guy
I need
gets
you to
smoked.
stand where I
I'm
can
sorry.
see
I'm
you
gonna be
and
honest.
put
So
your weapons
pause. So I get that they said that they had airsoft guns. I'm with you
Yeah,
on
but he
that.
also said he had a real gun.
Yeah.
And that he's been on a 3-day coke binge.
The reason you're announcing, and this is the reason why I hammered them about this. If they hear him yelling in a room that they don't see, but they can yell back at him, "Hey, this is the police," and the first thing that comes out of his mouth is "F you, I'm going to shoot you if you come in here," you're not entering that door.
Right.
110% you're not. Because why? Now you have to gamble with your life and his life as to whether or not he's going to comply, especially if he's coked out of his mind. Probably not going to comply.
Probably has
And
no idea where he is.
You're unnecessarily putting yourself in a quick split-second decision, and you're sticking him in a compromised position because he's high to try to figure out whether or not he wants to gamble his life in your hands. Like, this is just the least amount of exposure you can have with yourself pointing a gun at somebody and having to decide whether or not they're a deadly threat, the better.
Well, and if you can hear him, he can hear you, and you can try and call him out of the room.
Yeah, you would rather tell him, "Hey, put all the guns away and walk out with your hands empty,
Yeah.
or you're going to get shot."
Also, that snap was louder than your
Oh,
laugh.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my bad. So anyways, there's a big issue with that.
I need you to stand where I can see you and put your weapons on the ground.
I'm not falling for that. I saw that episode of Midnight Apocalypse where they steal the police uniforms.
Whoa.
Sir, you're not thinking straight. We're here to help you.
I don't believe you.
Oh, he's shooting
Okay.
at
It's just a BB.
That alarm is eating into my brain.
Jonah's taking care of that.
What have you done with Jonah?
He's fine.
What have you done
is
with Jonah?
Fine. He's helping us.
Also,
Take care of
that
alarm.
door would not
Is
stop a
not,
bullet.
yeah, not a real bullet.
He's helping you steal my rations. Jonah! Don't listen to them!
Also, it's hilarious how many people will say, "I saw that on that cop show,"
Yeah.
Mr.
thinking
Lamont,
that
I'm
that's
gonna confide in you, but you
real
can't
life.
tell anyone. We have a place all set up.
Nope,
Bunch
You
of
never
us
do
survivors
this.
are heading that way.
nope,
Rations that can last for years. Solar power.
Okay, so
no.
we got a lot of MHMR training, and we're pretty fortunate about this. Our academy was stupid
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
But one of the things they talk about when you're dealing with somebody that's having delusions, this person believes that he's being attacked by insurgents or whatever.
Well, he said that they're trying to steal his rations.
Yeah.
So-
So what you normally would not do, and they don't advise you to do, is to play into that delusion. So if somebody believes there's a dragon trying to kill him, he's going to act in a way that would be rational if there was a dragon trying to kill you. So
you can
I'm gonna
empathize
do-
with them,
Yeah.
but you don't play into the delusion and try and talk it up.
Because all you're doing is further cementing this idea in their mind and further justifying any actions that they take. So let's say he doesn't believe that they're actually cops or actually there to help him,
Which he doesn't.
but you've affirmed that his delusions are real. Now he's thinking, well, maybe I got to jump out of the window, or maybe I got to kill these cops to get back to my rations or to go save Jonah. Anytime you play into those delusions, you are effectively setting this guy up for failure because you're justifying any action. Again, if you told me there's a zombie apocalypse happening and I'm high off my mind, as long as there's someone at least trying, you have a responsibility as the professional there to try to talk them out of that, not to play into it. And I understand the temptation to say, I'll have somebody that's maybe in an emotionally weak state where I'll tell them something that I don't believe in, to maybe get them to build rapport. But
Again, you're just empathizing. You're not.
You're trying to create rapport. You're not
Yeah.
trying to further cement a delusion. So that's a very dangerous game to play, and honestly would be a policy violation in a lot of departments that look at that kind of stuff. And there's no mental health professional
Your
that's going to ever
supervisor
advise
would
you
watch
to do
this
that.
body
Yeah.
camera, and they'd be like, "You are an
Yeah.
idiot."
And also, if this goes down bad, let's say this guy does force them to shoot him,
Or if he
you're
killed
looking-
himself.
Yeah.
If he's like, "I have no way out,"
I guess
screw
I'm going to
it.
kill myself. You're looking at a pretty big civil lawsuit on your hands. And honestly, I mean, because you did play into the delusion, you've opened yourself up to that door.
Ooh. Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah.
But we need you to trust us and set down your weapons.
Well, he's compliant. My man.
Turn around and put your hands on the back of your head.
He got real
All
compliant.
right, he got real compliant.
quick.
Well, it worked
Okay.
out. And again, results matter. At the end of the day, if you were able to take this guy into custody and get him some help, and there's no issue, maybe you're fine, but you would definitely get him
Maybe, but that could have got real
Yeah.
bad real quick.
Yeah, that's... Oof. And again, there's a corporal that made that decision. So that's a no-no on her. If the rookie did it and she was like browbeating him, and it worked out.
She even looked back at him and was like, I don't
This is
know.
all I got. And I won't...
Worth a shot.
I'm not going to say never, because I'm sure there's a specific set of circumstances where if you can build rapport with somebody by lying to them and saying you are their guardian that's there to go save them and you can go save their life, go do it. Just understand you're really gambling with the outcome
There's
of
things
that.
you should do before that, though.
Yeah.
There's other rapport building techniques
Yeah.
that you can try and relate to this person on a normal level, not this delusional land that they're living in.
So it's I don't know, it's a gamble, but I mean obviously it worked out for them, and sometimes it does, and sometimes you get lucky. But don't trust luck. It's never a good idea.
17 Vine, code 3.
Tell me right now, how the hell did you know? Answer me, please.
Yeah, you're
Drop the snow
straight
globe.
chest
With a
kicking this dude.
$900 crystal ball, can he just put it down instead?
You heard her. Gently.
She's more worried about the crystal ball.
Up against the wall.
In handcuffs.
Hey, she went hands on pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm proud.
Yeah, just giving that psycho a reading and he hulked out.
Don't say another word. We've got psychic client confidentiality.
That's not a thing, asshat.
So what exactly were you telling him
Confidentiality.
when he attacked you?
We were talking about his love life. I said I saw an image of him and a beautiful woman surrounded by trees, and then he freaked
Handcuffs.
out.
What is that, sir?
Yeah.
Strike a little close to home.
Handcuffs.
Yes, come on.
Please.
This
So-
dude just had a big old crystal
Okay.
ball about to smash
So-
this chick over the head.
And again, we're going to talk here about PC.
We were so proud of her to begin with.
So if we walk into this room, right, and I see someone clearly holding a weapon in their hand and about to hit a victim, I mean, I guess that the victim has to consent to pressing charges or whatever. That's a felony in progress
Yeah.
in front of me, in my presence. I don't need anyone to explain to me that this is a felony. I know it's a felony. I can act. That's all the PC I needed. I see
And
something
guess what?
bad.
You hook that guy up, you take him out to the car, you come back and you talk to her when he's not standing there yelling in
Yeah.
the same room.
Yeah, because you got to think, like, if she was legitimately afraid for her life and believed that he was going to do it, she's not going to say anything while he's there.
No.
She's not going to say anything. And again, he's got all the opportunity to yell at her. You better shut up or I'm going to kill you. I've been there 100 times. Domestics are just like
yeah.
this. Where
Well, and
you
those are the worst because you don't always know that you have
Yeah.
what you have.
always separate your parties. When you have a chance, I mean, I think these are both corporals. I don't know if it's a
No,
corporal
it's
with a
corporal
rookie.
and a rookie.
Okay. But I would at the very least, you're not worried necessarily about your victim, or you shouldn't have to worry about your victim trying to do anything or get away. But you at the very least had PC for the arrest, even if she doesn't want to press charges. So
Yeah.
I would I understand he's getting pushed up against the wall. He needs to be in handcuffs. He needs to be getting placed somewhere secure. He also needs to be searched incident to that arrest.
Freaked out.
What is that, sir? Strike a little close to home? Have you been in the woods with a woman recently?
No.
You don't
it's
need
just
to
a
interview
misunderstanding.
Yeah.
right
On
there.
hand.
Control, run a name for me. Last name Fisher, first name Randy L. Suspected on a domestic.
7 Adam 19, be advised, suspect's wife was reported missing 6 weeks ago.
Savage.
Uh-oh.
Holy crap. I was just making that up.
You were.
You think if I were really psychic that I'd be working out of a moldy storefront in Hollywood? Although I can totally see us destroying my bedroom later.
Whoa!
Savage. Badge bunnies are a thing.
A real thing. Yeah, especially for this guy.
Especially for this guy. That was a good looking dude.
Well, I never had my sleeves tailored up so they were like a tourniquet on my arms.
Yeah.
I just wore regular sleeves, okay?
So, yeah, my only issue with that one is just them getting him secured a little quicker.
You had your offense right in front of you.
Yeah.
Handcuffs to the car. Or at least out of that room.
And I think, I wonder, and this is where, and again, Legal shout out to us and try to explain this to us. If he's saying that he's guilty of hiding his wife in the woods to a psychic, does that still it's got to be, because it's not entrapment. She's just lying to him about knowing that there's something about a lady in the woods, and he just happened to freak out about it. I wonder who called.
I don't know.
Well,
he was yelling.
for that.
Like, you could hear the yelling.
I guess it was like a disturbance.
So it's probably one of those, I can hear people yelling in this store number.
You never know what's going on. But yeah, you always got to detain people a little quicker than that, especially if they've already committed to violence. They're already trying to beat
hands-on
someone
quick,
dead.
though.
Yeah, I am proud of that. They went
good.
hands-on. They didn't send, oh yeah, it's fine, just go sit on the curb outside. They weren't like the building search was. But they did conduct an investigation and found out that they had somewhat of an offense. Yeah.
Which could have been conducted 3 minutes later
Yeah.
when he was in handcuffs and in a car and they were separated.
So I'd say this,
It is what it is.
From what I've seen so far, these are the first couple clips we've looked at from the rookie. A lot of this is pretty legit. They did a really good job of trying to make sure that they're using some tactics. You can kind of see it, that they're worried about muscle discipline during the building search. They
tried to be realistic.
Yeah,
with it.
they're doing certain things. They're quoting penal code. They're talking about those things. They're developing their PC prior to putting people in handcuffs.
Yeah.
They need to be doing it a lot quicker.
They just add a little drama and a little comedy like we do.
Well, and honestly,
I do.
police investigation, there is that moment of excitement where it's, whoa,
Especially
you
when
got
you're
something
new.
right then and there.
When you're new and you're a rookie and you're with your corporal and
But I could see where policing would look a lot more boring if you had to sit there and wait through, okay, what's your first name? Okay, spell your first name for me.
also his radio traffic, you would have got lit up by the dispatchers for that kind of crappy radio traffic.
Yeah.
It's happened a time or two to me.
But way to go!
I guess I mumble.
Yeah, to the producers of the rookie for making
Good for you guys.
It's interesting. It's a lot more. You guys have way more interesting careers in field training than most people have in their entire.
That's true.
Yeah, and I'll say this that you will have spurts of, or at least we worked in a pretty big city. Yeah. There was a lot of action. You got to do cool stuff like vehicle chases or whatever, and then there was like months of nothing. It was months of like pointless domestics or like pointless
or
disallows.
Those things happened, but you were just stuck on those other tedious calls.
You're like, oh, there was a fender bender. Everyone has insurance, but everyone wants you to handwrite everything.
And they're yelling at each other.
Yeah.
Because it's the other person's fault.
But anyways, thanks for watching. Again, if you have any other suggestions for stuff you want us to watch, put it in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, comment. Go check out our TikTok. We have merch available. We have a link for that. And then look forward to all the other stuff that we got going on. Until next time.
Peace.
Peace.